Hey guys, welcome back to the AMA Room. We're a group dedicated in giving you quality Ask Me Anything sessions about interesting people and projects in the blockchain industry. And I'm your host, CryptoPatSu. And before we start today's session, I just want to show you something really cool. It's my AMA Room shirt! It's gonna be my new uniform, so I'll be wearing this from this episode onwards. And for today's episode, we're gonna be talking about Layer 2 protocols. I have here with me the founder and CEO of Meteor, Xiaohan Zhu. Hi Xiaohan, how are you today?
Hi Pat, thank you for the invitation. Doing well today. Looking forward for the AMA.
Are you at home?
Yeah, just came back home from a jogging.
Wow, no more work. Or are you guys working from home?
We're still working from home. I'm based in the San Francisco Bay Area. So here, basically, we're still telling people to working from home most of the time, the government, and hopefully we can open up in summertime.
Did you already get vaccinated? Not yet?
No, not yet, because I'm low on priority. Only senior people have opportunity to do that right now.
Okay, well, tell us about yourself first and how you got into crypto.
So basically, I have a mixed engineering and finance background. Basically, first 15 years of my career are all in engineering. I worked in companies doing software like in Microsoft, Sony, Motorola, and Huawei. In 2008, basically last financial crisis, I went to Wharton to get my MBA. After I graduate, I started some investment-related things. In 2016, I started a venture capital fund called CMT Capital. So at that time, one of our investment focus is fintech and blockchain. So that's how I got into the space. So at the time, we invested in companies like Brave, Ion, and in 2017, they started issuing cryptocurrencies, and we started investing in cryptos as well. That's how I got into the space.
Cool. So when did you guys started conceptualizing or setting up Meteor? Like when did you decide to make your own?
So basically, in 2018. We deployed majority of our first fund, and because I believe Chris Megatron, and I'm a builder at heart. So basically, at that time, I decided to basically doing a cryptocurrency project full time, and also we got early support from funds like Pantera and DHBC. The goal of the project at that time was to complete Satoshi's original vision to create a good cryptocurrency that's native in crypto but independent of the fiat system, and also can transact fast and have instant settlement suitable for future decentralized financial systems. That's the motivation of starting the project Meteor at that time in 2018.
Is it already launched? Has it launched?
Yeah, 2.5 years of development. We launched our mainnet in July last year. Initially, the mainnet are still maintained by the foundation validators, because even we run the testnet at that time, starting from the end of December 2019, we were confident about the consensus, but we still want to make it more compatible with Ethereum. So we need to have basically more frequent update cycles. That's why basically we didn't enable staking at that time yet. We are basically we're basically enable staking from later next week. We actually restarted our testnet for the final round of testing around 2 weeks ago. And right now we have around 537 validators on the testnet. So based on this stat, we are actually the most decentralized and highest performance layer 2 scaling network for Ethereum.
Yeah,
So I
so
can show you the
yeah,
steps
Show
here.
us how Meteor looks like, and
Yeah.
maybe you could like
So
elaborate a little bit when you said you're the most decentralized, like layer two there
yeah, sure.
is. Mm-hmm.
So basically, here, this is a Meteor's testnet blockchain explorer. So it's here you see like we have 537 validators in total.
mhm.
493 are in healthy state. The block period is around 2.5 seconds. Whenever a transaction is in the block, it's instantly confirmed. There is no
Delay
double
or
spend.
anything.
Yeah, there's
Mhm.
no double spending possibilities. And basically, we have two blockchains in this Meters network. There's one proof of stake chain. Basically, that's where you see all these transaction blocks. Basically, all the transaction record are maintained in the proof of stake chain.
Mhm.
And also, we have a proof of work chain. Basically, this is for mining crypto, for mining token called NTR. So
Mhm.
we use this like proof of work generated low volatility coin as a unit of account as a currency in the system. And the proof of stake chain is maintained by our governance token called MTRG. So basically, uh, like in order to be a validator in Meter, you have to stake enough governance token, and
Mhm.
then you can earn reward as well. Just now, when we talk about like why I say this is the most decentralized layer two solutions,
Mhm.
is because right now there are like many different kind of layer two approach. The one that you have heard a lot recently, one of them is called like the rollups. So there's a ZK rollup, there's an optimistic rollup, things like that. They are very good technology, but there are a lot of limitations as well. First, these rollups has to be centralized. So they all rely on something called sequencer in order to basically put your transactions in order. So since that's a centralized entity, so there's a lot of potential issues because of it. We all heard about, like for example, BitMax got chased by the U.S. SEC last year. But think about if you run like a derivative exchange on a rollup, because there's like a centralized entity running these rollups. It's like the house. It's very easy to identify who's running these houses and target these houses in terms of both like regulatory, in terms of like attacks, and also there's interoperability issues with rollups. Basically, for ZKs, it doesn't support smart contracts. For optimistic, you can only have communication within the rollup itself. So that's rollups. There's also like state channels,
Mhm.
but because of the technology limitation, they are out of favor already. So Meter belong to another group. We call it sidechains. It's similar to, for example, Matic and Scale or XDAI. But if you look at all the existing sidechain solutions, they
Mhm.
are either do not have consensus protocol at all, like
Right.
XDAI, or they have a modified the Cosmos Tendermint consensus.
Mhm.
Meteor, however, is not based on the Tendermint consensus. The Tendermint consensus is based on technology invented in 1970s. Basically, Meteor is built on a new consensus protocol called Hot Stuff. Essentially, it's a similar consensus protocol to Facebook's Libra, and this is the most recent like mathematically proven consensus protocol invented in 2018. Compared to Tendermint, for example, first performance-wise, it's a couple of times more higher performance, and also in terms of requirement for the network. So in the traditional Tendermint type of consensus, you have to require all the network nodes running in highly synchronized clocks. So basically, we call it the synchronized network model. This requires basically very good network infrastructure, and also it's very difficult to scale your network in that fashion. So Meteor, however, with the hot stuff consensus, we don't require a highly synchronized network. So basically, that's why we can support like a couple thousand nodes in the consensus group. Actually, with the same amount of communication in Cosmos Tendermint, currently they have around like 100, a little bit more than 100 nodes. With the same amount of communication, we can actually support like 10,000 nodes.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Wow.
So that's actually a big difference in terms of decentralization compared to like the existing other layer 2 solutions.
Right.
Not to mention, we also have a built-in token that's can be used as like a metastable coin, essentially. So basically, it provides lower and also stable transaction fees.
Cool. Yeah. So how can you minimize the gas fees going to be used in Meteor?
Yeah. So first, because the capacity of Meteor is so high, we can accommodate a lot more transactions. So the gas price can be much lower than Ethereum. The other thing is because our gas token, the MTR token, is a low volatility coin created by a fixed amount of proof of work using Bitcoin miners. It will fluctuate in a range band, but it wouldn't go up in price like Ethereum.
Right.
Yeah. For example, Ethereum it went up from like 300 something to like 1500 or 1700 something in a couple of months. So even the gas price maintained the same, the actual value you're paying for each transaction basically 5x during the period. So you will never see such situation in a Meteor network because we have a like separate low volatility coin for gas.
For the end users, where can we actually buy the tokens, and how is it going to be used? Like for me, for example.
Yeah. So basically, we have two tokens. The MTR token is the gas token, and the MTRG token is the governance token. First, you can purchase the native mainnet coin on centralized exchanges like Gate.io. Or we have a wrapped version of our governance token on Ethereum, trading on Uniswap. So you can find we call it the eMTRG, basically Ethereum MTRG. It's a one-to-one wrapped version. So you can find it on Uniswap. We have a ETH pair over there.
Will the wrapped version be in the future? Would it be like a native token?
Oh yeah, so basically, because our mainnet was launched last July already, so we have actually both the mainnet token and the wrapped token. So basically, the wrapped token right now we have a bridge in our network. Basically, you can convert our mainnet token to the wrapped token through that bridge, both ways. And we are also launching a general purpose ERC20 bridge later this month or early April. Basically, at that time, any ERC20 tokens and also Ethereum, the ETH can be transferred two-way to Meteor.
So right now, Meteor is on Ethereum, correct? But will be on other blockchains?
The eMTRG is on Ethereum. The MTRG is the mainnet token on Meteor mainnet.
Yeah. Okay. And what upcoming dApps are we going to be seeing in the Meteor ecosystem?
Yeah, we actually already have a Uniswap clone running on Meteor. Cool. So basically, because we have two tokens, right? So on the mainnet, there's already need for swapping back and forth between the two tokens. So we right now there's just these two tokens on the mainnet. But when we launch the ERC20 bridge, we will start liquidity mining for a lot of different like trading pairs as well, and will be like more aggressive reward to basically increase the liquidity for both our like mainnet tokens and also attract other like tokens to move to Meteor to basically create more trading pairs.
Right. What wallets do you support, by the way?
Oh yeah. So basically, you can configure MetaMask to like to do this right now. Basically, right now you still need to add like a custom RPC network in MetaMask. But moving into the future, we'll make this more seamless. The end goal is like you don't have to configure anything. You basically just treating Meteor as a like a decentralized exchange running on layer 2. You just deposit to the Meteor network, you trade there, and then when you want to like go back to Ethereum, you just withdraw.
That easy.
Yeah, and you don't have to configure your wallet at all.
Cool, but you would need MTR for those.
Actually, down the road, we'll make it even more seamless. As long as you're trading, you probably don't even have to worry about the gas at all.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a promise.
You said that.
Yeah, it's definitely a promise. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that sound is the signal for our flash questions. It is the part of the show where you can get to know Xiaohan more better. The questions might be related to crypto or not, but let's see. And let's get to know Xiaohan. Are you ready?
Yes.
First question is, what is your favorite movie?
Star Wars.
Cool. Who's your favorite character?
Skywalker. Luke the Skywalker.
You're the good guy. Like the good guy.
He's a good guy, yeah.
I heard like there's like a lightsaber class somewhere in LA.
Well, that'd be interesting.
Oh, really? We have a lightsaber
at home.
My son just kidding. Yeah. He plays that lightsaber. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Cats or dogs?
I have neither, but my daughter really wanted a cat, but we haven't get it to her yet.
So you're planning to have a cat, most probably.
Yeah.
What was the last food you ate?
The last food is like the Chinese lunchbox.
Oh, cool.
Tomato with scrambled egg.
Very simple,
My
but
son's favorite.
So you always do takeouts?
Nowadays, yeah. I mean, like you can only do takeout here because we live in the town, like very close to Cupertino, where Apple's headquarters are. It's like a Chinatown here, so you have a lot of good Chinese food.
How about coffee or tea?
Tea.
Okay, what's your favorite dim sum?
The Chinese name is called xianzhujuan. It's like it's green. I mean, like a bean curd skin with wrapped like minced meat and other like stuff in there and seafood in there. Yeah,
really good.
Typically steamed.
What is your favorite band?
Actually, I don't listen music that much, so I'll have to pass on this one.
What was the first coin you ever bought?
I can't remember whether I bought Bitcoin or Ethereum first. I think it's probably Bitcoin, yeah.
Either. It's always either of the two. Do you still hold them up to today?
Yeah.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Unfortunately, some of mine was actually lost due to a mistake. At that time, when I first got to Bitcoins, I made a backup of one of my wallet in a cloud drive, and I forgot about it. And then once I was hacked by a hacker, and he saw that seed word in the cloud drive. So never do that.
Okay, that's a
some
good.
of my Bitcoin was stolen at that time.
Oh my gosh, that sucks. Well, good thing at that time it wasn't that expensive yet. So,
Yeah, it was like end of 2018.
oh, but still, it
Yeah,
was already something.
yeah.
Okay.
Too bad I didn't buy them back.
What's your favorite TV show?
Silicon Valley, maybe? Because in Silicon Valley, I think at the end of the story was they issued a coin called Pied Piper coin.
Mhm.
And they actually have a very good pitch deck. They actually put online. And recently I gave a talk in my at my daughter's school. I borrowed a couple of slides from the deck. It was really clear and
Oh,
informative.
they actually shared the deck to the public?
Yeah, they actually they have a website and have
Cool.
a whole pitch deck online. Make it sounds like a real ICO project.
From a TV
Uh,
show.
yeah, from a TV show.
That's super cool.
Okay, so if you would have a superpower today, what superpower would you like to have?
Maybe like a 10x card that I can give to like my crypto like MTRG holders.
Only
Instant
10x?
satisfaction. Maybe
Only
like 1000x, of course. Try to be not so greedy.
If you could have an instant holiday anywhere today, where would you want to go?
Maybe Hawaii. I would love to go to the Philippines, but it's taking too much time, like 17 hours.
Okay, so that's about it. That's all the flash questions I have. And now we go back to Meteor. They have proof of stake and proof of work, but how do they relate to each other in the whole network?
Yeah, so basically, if you look at all existing cryptocurrencies, you will notice starting from Bitcoin, basically people are mixing currency creation with record keeping. Newly created cryptocurrency reward for like miners or validators to maintain the ledger.
Mhm.
But fundamentally, there are actually two consensus going on in the system. One is for record keeping. So the focus for that consensus is to prevent double spending and put the transactions in predetermined order.
Right.
That can be done very efficiently. You just need to make sure the network is fully communicated.
Cool. Mhm.
But there's another consensus going on in the system, which is what's the value of newly created cryptocurrencies and how much value has been added to the system. For that, in a proof of work system, it's performed by the miners. They use their like profit chasing behavior to reach that consensus. But in a proof of stake system, there's no such consensus. Basically, the developer just throw out a number, say this is the inflation, and you just got like so many coins when you do validation. Always think proof of stake, there's something missing. But actually, if you look at like the real world, you notice the miners for gold and silver were never the same group of people as bankers and accountants. Why do you mix up the two? It will actually create a unnecessary conflict of interest. So basically, in Meteor, we clearly separate out the two consensus. We use a proof of stake using the hot stuff consensus to do record keeping. And we use proof of work to create the low volatility gas token. And in order to basically convert the two token, we have a like an on-chain auction. Basically, the newly created or newly emitted governance token, instead of directly giving them to the validators, we put them into an on-chain auction. Basically, you can use the currency token MTR to compete in that on-chain auction for the newly created like governance token. So compared to Bitcoin, it's like in Bitcoin, miners use hash power to directly compete. But in Meteor, the governance token is like the Bitcoin, have limited supply, and also have other like cool features. But but you first convert your hashing power into the mining credit, the gas token, and you can use that gas token as a financial vehicle to either compete for the newly created governance token, or you can use it as other like for transaction payments, for like collaterals, with less concern about being liquidated, things like that.
Cool. What do you think are the best use cases for Meteor aside from DeFi?
So basically like payments, transactions,
Mhm.
all financial related activities. And the other thing is just like basically a high performance blockchain in general. Um, but I think most of the like NFTs, like gaming stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, really? It can also host those.
Yeah. So basically, we have a basically multi-chain type of network.
Mhm.
So the proof of stake chain, you can have more than one chains. So basically, you can scale horizontally as well, like sharding or multiple chains, like
Mhm.
Cosmos or Polkadot.
Mhm.
So, for example, you can have a dedicated chain that's like extremely high performance, running a different type of virtual machines, and then you can have like super fast performance um, for like gaming type of applications.
Cool. Are you
Yeah.
gonna
So
have?
actually, side information is right now because of our consensus engine is so fast in Meteor, the bottleneck of the system is not the consensus, but the Ethereum virtual machine itself.
Yeah.
So Ethereum virtual machine is designed as like a single process model. It cannot take advantage of modern multi-core processors. So the theoretical limit, I mean, like the speed limit of the EVM is actually limited by how fast your processor can run, essentially. So for like a modern like processor, like running at 3 to 4 gigahertz
Mm.
clock rate, it saturates around 2,000 transactions per second. And
Mm.
that's a limitation, current limitation per chain for Meteor if you support EVM.
Correct.
But in the future, you could have like a better virtual machine.
Yeah. So what is the bridge you're launching this month?
We recently helped the Avalanche team to launch their like a Ethereum to Avalanche bridge. Um, that's like February time. We actually have been like working on bridge since last summer. We
Mm.
have our like native token to Ethereum wrap token bridge and accumulated a lot of experience. That's why we worked with Avalanche to help them. So the upcoming bridge is a general purpose, the decentralized the general purpose bridge. So basically, you can move like different kind of ERC20 tokens, like USDT, USDC, to like Meteor
Mm.
back and forth, and also like Ethereum itself, obviously.
Mhm.
And in the future, this bridge will connect to other blockchains as well. So basically, you can run Meteor as a layer two for many other blockchains and also aggregate the liquidity from different blockchains.
Let's talk about security. Have you guys been audited before?
Yeah, so first, because the Meteor, the mainnet tokens, they are not ERC20 tokens, they are mainnet tokens. So there's no like smart contract risk involved in there. For the blockchain source code itself, we've been audited by like Slow Mist, and basically everything was passed in flying colors. They
Cool.
didn't find any major issues.
I'm sure Meteor is not yet like full. I mean, it's not yet in its full state. Like I'm pretty sure you're still like enhancing anything from your end. But what would you say your current weakness is at the moment?
Basically, we will be like feature complete on the mainnet sometime next week. After that is
That's like
basically,
complete.
yeah, basically complete.
Okay.
We will deliver everything we
Wow.
promised on white paper.
Okay.
If basically see, we're talking about weaknesses. Basically, if you compare it to other like layer one project launch at similar time, or like layer two project launch at similar time in 2018, they raised a lot of money. And
Right.
for example, like Solana, like Near Protocol, like Avalanche, they all raised like tens of millions. For us, we only, even including the IEO we did last year, the total raise is around like 2 million.
Wow.
So the current market cap is only like, I think it's around like 2 million as well. So compared to those like projects that's valued at like in billions, there are a lot of rooms to grow.
Right.
But also because of this, we're like a little bit less known, even though we have top funds as backers, but like we're a little bit less known and probably less aggressive on marketing wise. So basically, we will have to rely on the product to basically speak for itself instead of just making a lot of claims. So if you look at our network, I mean, like the complexity of the protocol, the features we have delivered is actually earlier than any of those projects.
Yeah. That's
Even, yeah, we only raised maybe like 1/10 of the raise. Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about the team now. How big is the team currently?
We have 5 people working on this, 5 developers working on this full time, and have several marketing people and operation people helping us.
Are you going to be more aggressive on marketing?
Yeah, so basically, as we complete the layer 1 development, because layer 1, there's so much complexity in there, but it's very difficult for regular users to see. So basically, after we complete all the blockchain level development, we will basically moving to the application layer. So at that time, basically, it will be like customer facing. There will be like obvious quantitative matrix you can see, like a total value logged, transaction volumes, things like that. So at that time, basically, we will start more aggressive, like marketing and incentives to basically get the community involved.
Yeah, a lot of exciting news. So any news or updates you want to share to us that we should be knowing of in advance?
Yeah, so just now, like we talked about, we helped like Avalanche team launching their Avalanche to Ethereum bridge. We also have a few other similar partnerships coming, including like some major like layer 1 protocols and also major dApps that you have probably heard of it. And they're all coming in the like coming weeks. And also we will have our own ERC20 bridge connecting Ethereum and Meteor. And we will launching different kind of DeFi applications on top of that. So the swap you have seen is just the first step. We have a suite of applications that's already under development and will be coming in the pipeline.
Nice. So we have to be watching out for those, definitely. Anything you want to say to our viewers?
Yeah, thank you everyone for spending the time for the AMA today. Appreciate your interest, and please check out our website at meteor.io. We have links to like documentations, including like smart contracts, address, stuff like that, in docs.meteor.io, and also join our Telegram group to have more discussions if you're interested. Obviously, thank you, Pat, for the invitation and spending the time today.
It's our pleasure to have you here in the AMA room. So thank you so much, Xiaohan.
Thank you.
I had so much fun learning about Meteor. I'll definitely be watching out this month for Meteor. So many things coming up. See you on Twitterverse.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap for today's episode, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you again, Xiaohan, for joining me today. I will be placing down all the links to their socials and their Telegram groups in the description box below. And if you still have questions that you want to ask to the whole Meteor team, you'll be able to ask them there in their Telegram groups. And also, please join me in our own Telegram group. We do have live AMA, chat AMAs still on Telegram. We are also giving away a lot of prizes, USDT prices, to the best questions. So if you have questions for the projects that we're holding AMAs with, you are more than welcome to join us, and maybe you can learn a thing or two about all these new projects that's about to come out. So see you in our next episode, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.